So do you actually know what's going to happen today?
Nope, not a clue.
And you still
I
can't.
know it might be kinky. Strapping up and all
what
that.
have you told these guys? I'm concerned.
I've just looked at the pictures, that's all.
Well, that's a nice finishing touch. I like the headdress.
We're not finished yet.
Can I have a feather in it?
I might disappoint you now.
Thought I'd come out for a few holes. It's the 15th at the Players. Really nice hole. It's quite a nice day. It's not too windy, not too cold. Just thought I'd have a few warm-up swings before my lesson with Mark Bull tomorrow. I've not had a lesson with a different coach for many years, so should be interesting. And he's an expert in biomechanics, so hopefully learn a few things and find out the most efficient way for me to swing the golf club as I start to get a bit older. I think it's all about longevity. There's one thing hitting it 350 when you're a kid, but can you hit it 280 when you're 70? This is the challenge. Not that I'm 70, but you know what I mean. So how do you feel when you go to a lesson? I think it's important to not worry about hitting bad shots or putting bad swings on things. Because that's the place where you want to see your worst swings, and that's where your coach or your head pro really needs to see what you're going to do in your worst shots. And I think that's really important, to hit your bad ones in there. Hit a few good ones, obviously, if you can, and try your best not to sock at any, but the bad ones are really the ones that you can learn from. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to hit a few stinkers and we can decipher them and see if we can stop those actions when we get on the golf course.
The ball going left, as you say you have, and that very high wedge shot can be all be part of the same movement. Invariably, when we're very inactive through here, and very overactive through here, you can get very different outcomes.
Yeah.
Why is it high and then why is it going left? There must be many things wrong. There's not.
Yeah, sure.
There's something happening over here which creates many, many responses over
Yeah.
here. There's something somewhere that creates all those adjustments. So to get good at this, we've got to get good at that. And let's figure out why it goes a bit left and why the pelvis does what it does and why the wedge shots do what they do.
Yeah.
The reality is there'll be something
in there,
non-plural somewhere.
There's a reaction to some cause that we start somewhere. Yeah,
absolutely right. So it's nothing there we can solve.
Right, cool.
So do you actually know what's going to happen today?
Nope, not a clue.
And you still can't.
I know it might be kinky. Strapping up and all
what
that.
What have you told these guys? I'm concerned.
I've just looked at the pictures, that's all.
Essentially that, we'll have you play probably about 10 or so shots, and obviously we'll connect you to the system in a second.
Yeah.
We can kind of start to look at kind of what's happening, how you move,
Mm-hmm.
and more importantly, kind of really what we need to adjust to really resolve the questions that you have. So
yeah.
Okay, let's get you connected up, and let's see how we can help today. Can I just have you hold those two straps there for me? Thanks, Stuart. It's unfortunately not that kind of session.
Look at this lot.
Well, that's a nice finishing touch. I like the headdress.
We're not finished yet.
Can I have a feather in it?
I'm just going to move around your body, Stuart, and find a few reference points. So apologies for kind of pushing in funny places.
Sorry.
Nice and tall for me, please, and kind of look at the wall there. Just bring that chin down just a fraction. Thanks, Stuart. And with this, hit about probably 8 shots. I know we're indoors, so as best you can.
I think in his original check on K-Bet.
Okay, keep going, Stuart. This is good. Nice to, look at it. Very good, Stuart. Ooh. I mean, even the environment, Tim, can really change behaviours. I mean, Stuart's on camera.
Yeah.
There's 125 in the room, so behaviours can really change as far as
I can imagine
how it influences movement. So it's a huge thing.
I think it's good, isn't it? I guess it's the conditions you want to be under, really, because that's what you're putting yourself
But
out.
audiences for golf are good, if you think about it.
Mm.
So when no one watches you, Tim, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, what I need here actually, so. Cool. Okay. Let's come around this way then, chaps and ladies, and we can have a discussion. And let's see.
Let's just let my eye cross that in.
What's that, sorry?
Everything's just left the target.
But certainly as far as how you move, that's a pretty fair reflection of kind of typically one of those chaps, and that's a pretty fair.
Much house swing, I think, yeah.
But I mean, you can be surprised how behaviours really can shift in this environment. I'm being watched, I'm trying to look good.
Tense up a
The
bit,
camera's on, and
Yeah.
so guys do kind of move differently, and kind of give the guys more of a map of maybe 2019 for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you had to go and play the Open Championship tomorrow,
Yeah.
what would help Stuart win the Open? Hey Stuart, get good at this.
Yeah.
But to really evolve and develop through 2019 for the boys now,
Yeah.
I can really kind of map out the real priorities around, hey, Stuart, avoid this stuff, kind of aspire to kind of look at this and just be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're happy with that, guys, we'll maybe take that approach though, and at least kind of give you some real kind of direction as far as great. I'm looking, I now know what I need to play with. And we'll give Tim and Ollie the much bigger map over time there.
Mm.
I might disappoint you now.
No, he's very much doubting
In a very, very cool way. Whatever you're doing,
No.
keep doing it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, that's good.
Hence a disappointment.
That
Oh, really?
is- Really? Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very, very close to being very, very good. It probably needs more refinement today. So I think if you're going to look at words and feedback for you, Stuart, I think there's more refining what you do rather than kind of shifting what you do.
Right, okay.
I mean, it's extremely close to being exceptionally good.
Right.
It's just a little niggly in a few places, but I think certainly someone like you, Stuart, is a very good player, clearly a very smart guy, knows what he's doing. The basis of this stuff is excellent. It just needs a little bit of adjustment.
Well, I mean, even that's quite good for me because my main thing is I don't want something big that's going to, like I want to be a really good senior golfer is what I want to be, and I don't want something that's going to jeopardise that, if there's something in there that's a bit nasty,
Kind of feedback you shared at the start of the session, that historically there's been kind of lots of this stuff.
Yeah.
So today I kind of do lots of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in the middle, hence refinement, would probably be very, very good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So like we said at the start there, when you get very inactive through here,
Mm-hmm.
we then get very overactive through here. The
Yeah.
boys, I call the brain the world's best GPS. It's the best navigational system we have. You're an extremely good player. You've got to get here. So
Yeah.
how do I get here from how you move in transition? It's almost like, that's a little challenging.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of works. Bits of
definitely.
feedback. So to get good at this, we've got to get good at that.
Yeah, sure.
Which is for me just being a little more precise around how you move around that and into that hip,
Mm-hmm.
rather than the extremes, Tim, of historically that way, currently that way.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in the middle would be quite helpful.
Yeah.
What I love about him is he rehearses it beautifully.
Yeah.
So when you rehearsed to Tim and to Ollie there, you were saying, but kind of Tim's encouragement to move this way.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you just did, keep doing that.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to play with, if you're happy, is actually maybe through some feedback today, that when you move well,
Mm-hmm.
comes back to what you and I spoke about, to you it means what? So I think, can he do it? Probably most likely yes. Kind of doing what you normally do.
Yeah.
I hear two different noises there. So come back for me. So one's like a little whistle.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And one was that kind of prolonged tone.
Yes.
I'll explain what both of those noises mean shortly. They're very, very different bits of feedback.
Okay.
One means you're kind of close to moving well,
Yeah.
and one means you move in the existing way.
Okay.
So one means you're almost,
Right.
and one means there's probably a bit too much.
Okay. Right.
So the whistle sound means you're getting closer to essentially the existing movement.
Right. Okay.
When the tone comes on, you've kind of gone past what we'd like you to maybe kind of aspire towards.
So we're trying to get one of those noises.
What I was going to say next is actually we're
Okay.
trying to avoid all sounds.
Oh, okay.
But when you move away, you'll hear nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you approach the tolerance I've given you, it will start to whistle and say, hey, Stuart, just kind of be aware now.
Mm-hmm.
When you go beyond that range,
Right.
that beat will come on.
Okay.
So you can almost say, what's acceptable? You hear the whistle.
Yeah.
What's the aspiration?
Uh-huh.
You hear nothing.
Nothing.
So when you move well, you get nothing through backswing.
Okay.
What I want you to play with, though, very much based on the feedback and based on, you know, just where you're at as a player now. I'm not going to tell you where that feedback's placed.
Sure. Okay.
I want you to figure out what you have to do.
For no noise or to improve. Okay.
Let's see if you can figure out, based on what you now know, you have to adjust what. Again, the what being your answer. So it's not how much you rotate them,
Yeah.
it's more how they produce rotation.
Okay.
So an example, when we could all produce 50 degrees rotation. Someone gets there that way,
Yeah.
someone gets there that way.
Okay. Right.
It's how you produce the value
All right.
is more relevant than the actual value itself.
Okay. So I'll hit one, yeah?
No, top
No.
of backswing.
Okay. Right.
We need to slow down. So that means you are close to moving well.
Okay.
Stuart, so I've been a real pain with you. I do apologise. Come back. Very good, by the way. With that right foot.
The right foot is gone square again, is it?
And almost using that knee, just apologies, just that knee just track out for it. So it gives, really opens up that hip joint, Ollie. So from a hip joint configuration, it gives that joint a lot more space to play with.
Right, okay.
So what don't you hear?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
Is that what we wanted? Yeah.
I mean, the short answer is yes, really. Come back again for me. So on this one, deliberately make the beat come on. Do the existing movement. Very good. Come back for me. Now do the new one. Very good. Come back for me. Do the existing one. Come back. Do the new one.
God, that is good, isn't it?
He's making me look good.
This is good.
You can come again, sure.
Got it all yet?
Different.
Yeah.
So I look at it also then that, I mean, to give you some reassurance now, I actually love what you did there. How much your pelvis rotates, and this is where the information can be quite helpful now, is beautiful.
Right.
It's not how much you rotate, it's how good is the rotation.
Sure.
It's like saying joint range. You could have huge amounts of joint range, but it's actually quite poor movement.
Sure. Yeah.
What I look at is how good, the quality of the move, how good is that rotation.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Right. Okay.
So certainly what the values are feeding back, and certainly even through observation, what's feeding back is that the actual quality of rotation there is beautiful.
Right.
So for sure, you may produce a higher value, Ollie, doing what you currently do, but it's quite unhelpful rotation. You know, you mentioned senior golf. These guys are good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
These guys are very, very good players. So if you do well on seniors tour,
Yeah.
what needs to change?
Well, I think I've got to be as good as I can be, you know, and so it's all about improvement. I wouldn't play if I couldn't keep getting better.
Right. Want to do that once again? So
Yeah.
on this next one, deliberately make the beat come on. And get closer. The whistle is when you're almost moving well.
Oh, right. Okay.
But do a real naff job, so do a pretty horrible job for me. That's, there you go, good.
Oh, that's the big thing. That's what we're looking for.
And now do a good example for me. Very good. And I can assure you, based on what I'm saying, that you have more than enough rotation.
From that position.
Can that win the Open Championship? Absolutely yes.
I'll take that.
You look at it.
Yeah,
But if you
that'll do,
rotate
that'll
that amount of rotation could win the Open Championship, is the reality of
do.
it.
Really?
That's a good soundbite, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Thanks.
You got to
That is-
keep
that
that
is
in
the
your head.
basis of movement. Movement's about being good enough.
Yeah.
What's good enough to win the Open? That. Very good. What's good enough to be pain free? That. What's good enough to be super powerful? That.
Right.
So it's about being good enough.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
That's all you have to be good enough. Good enough to win the Open is about doing what? That's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we hit some?
Yes. Let's try.
So my question to you is, let's say you play some shots and at all times avoid that noise. What's acceptable is
Yeah.
the whistle,
Uh-huh.
gold medal,
Uh-huh.
silence.
Come on, Stenson.
Yes!
Kind of crashing down.
Very good. Very good.
Both.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It really then demands
Yeah.
more from the lumbar. what Stuart's doing now I love. It's about moving well through good code, good signals, not by...
Yeah.
I love what you do. I actually think he does a really neat job. And that's why I say to you, I've actually been very honest there. You just need a bit of refinement.
Yeah.
Well, I think with you, it's just around a bit of refinement, and I'll then map out for the boys. I'll actually do it later for Tim if you're happy. As far as, okay, so what next? It's map through 2019 now.
Yeah.
Two things in particular, I think, could really be helpful for you as far as really helping you, the aspirations senior tour goals.
Yeah.
So I'll share some stuff with the guys afterwards.
Amazing. It's good.
Happy?
It's all good. Yeah, man. Absolutely.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
That's fantastic.
Let's get you, let you rejoin the human race and disconnect you.
So this is a Mark Ball. So it's 3D, Mark Ball 3D Golf, is it?
Yeah.
Is that your website? .co.uk.
Ball3d.co.uk.
Right. I'll link it below, so that's cool. We've just gone through my lesson, and Mark's given me loads of tips, which I can work with my other coaches here at Ross on my golf course. It was amazing. It's an incredible system that he's made himself, pretty much. The software is completely your own and works with many great players. So I'll put his link below, and you can hit him up and go down lessons you do regular for normal humans.
Everyone's a human being, so absolutely. Everyone's a human.
Thanks for the day.
My absolute pleasure.
Great.
Thank you,
Cheers.
Stuart.